Oh yeah, she's finally here. The beautiful Canadian star of The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug, Evangeline Lilly. Oh my gosh. Can I just say, and I'm going to say it, and a lot of us agreed, you are our favorite of the junket. You are just such a good, real, unaffected, normal person who happens to be a kick-butt superstar in Hollywood and supermom. Talk to me about this movie. I loved every second. You were a fan of the book growing up.
I was a huge fan of the book growing up. It was my favorite book growing up, and I was particularly a fan of the Sylvan Elves, who I, of course, got to play one. So this was a bit of a dream come true playing this role.
It is the ultimate. And the red hair. Can we discuss all of that? Did you feel more fierce?
I did. Gingers do have more fun. I mean, I know it's supposed to be blondes, but they're wrong. It's gingers.
And that is rare, the ginger, because we see the ilk is usually the platinum, you know, the Pantene.
Yes, yes.
Orlando Bloom.
Well pointed out. But that's because they're high elves. And I am not a high elf. I'm just a lowly common elf.
But you kicked their butt with your knife-wielding bow and arrow skills. Can we talk about that? Because a lot of people may not realize you had just pushed your little baby out of your teeny tiny body and you got the call. Peter Jackson's like, so anyway, I need you to do some crazy stunts for the next 2 months of your life.
No, for the next year of your life.
For the next year of your life.
For the next year of your life. And thankfully, he gave me another chance to come back and do reshoots a year later when my son was 2 years old and vindicate myself because I was useless for the first few months. I felt like such a spaz trying to, I mean, my body didn't work the way it used to work before I had a baby.
Yeah, well, how could it? But you spent hours and hours training. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like a dance, watching you pull off these epic battle scenes. Did you get hurt? Were you worried about that?
Yeah, I got hurt. I hurt others. I mean, there was a lot of pain on set. I almost got knocked out one time. I blew out my knee, which is still a bit of an issue. And I gave a stunt guy, a very big, beautiful, strapping stuntman, a big black eye.
Oh, my gosh. But when you watch this back, I have to say, in a hardened theater filled with critics, we were all giddy. We went back to like a childhood state because the way these movies are done is unlike anything else, where it does more than justice to the book, you know, where it truly brings you to this Middle Earth.
Yeah, I think Peter Jackson is, you know, I mean, to me, he's now the torchbearer for Tolkien, well, on screen anyway. And he seemed, for me, he's the visual captain of Middle Earth. That's one of the reasons why I decided to do the job, even though she's not in the book, was because I knew I could trust Peter Jackson.
Yeah, and then there you enter this set, and it's pretty much a fraternity, a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Did you fit right in right away?
Well, they had been working for a year before I arrived, and of course they were all just smelly, hairy dwarves and orcs, and so for a female elf to walk on set was a little bit of a revelation, and so I got all kinds of wonderful, like, lavish attention and chivalry and charm from all the men. I was spoiled with flirtation. It was a very nice set to be on.
They get sick of hitting on Orlando Bloom,
yeah, exactly.
Right? It's funny because all the guys are like, it's too bad she doesn't have looks going for her, you know, on the junket, which we're going to show next week. And it's too bad she has such a terrible attitude. You really do go full throttle, and you have a very sporty background. I mean, you played a ton of soccer growing up, right? Yeah. So you're cool with, you know.
Yeah, I've done a lot of jobs with men. You know, for some reason I seem to be attracted to the projects that are primarily male-dominated. So I'm used to rolling with the boys. And I like it.
And it shows because you are a girl's girl. And I think that, you know, it says a lot about you, that you really do stay true to your roots. You called me on saying Toronto instead of Toronto right away. How often do you come back home? You were born in Saskatchewan, is it?
Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, actually. It's on the Saskatchewan River in Alberta, and it's called Fort Saskatchewan, and so it's a little bit confusing.
And then grew up in BC?
In BC, yeah. Primarily in BC.
And you were a flight attendant?
I was a flight attendant for all of about 2 months. I was a grease monkey for a while. I did modeling at a college. I did, you know, the retail thing, the waitress thing. I've done a lot of random jobs. I worked at kids' camps. But none of that was like the struggling artist trying to make her break, and that was me putting myself through university. Right. Because my parents were good old-fashioned Canadians who didn't put a penny towards my life once I was 15 and working.
Good for them.
And I thank them for it. I thank them for it. I think that they made me a stronger, better person.
Well, it's got to be that, because you see what happens to so many people in Hollywood, and I mean, you couldn't be more level-headed and grounded. So I guess it is all that stuff, you know, with the family and your baby.
Yeah, your background, I think, is so important. And my parents and my family still are unaffected. I mean, my sisters didn't even watch Lost. They couldn't care less. They're
going to watch this.
They're not that impressed. Yeah, we always go, every Christmas we go, and we used to go and watch watched Lord of the Rings together as a family. So now the new tradition is that every Christmas we go and watch the Hobbit films together as a family.
Can you
sneak
give me a little
into
Gollum?
a theater. Gollum?
Can you do Gollum?
No.
My precious.
I'm no good at Gollum.
Okay,
I'm a
okay.
terrible impersonator.
Thank you so much. At Evangeline Lilly, check it out. You are going to love it. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. And we're not saying it weird. That's how you say it. And
yeah,
it
that's
opens,
right. It's very well pronounced. Better than
Smaug.
your Toronto.
I'll work on my Toronto accent. Although she parlait le français très bien.
C'est ça.
C'est ça, oui. And she speaks amazing Elvish in the movie as well. Not Elvis Presley, but Elvish. Elf? Okay, I'll stop now. I'm digging myself deeper. It opens Friday, December the 13th. Come back often, please.
Thank you.
are such a delight.
Thank you.
Jennifer, over to you. Evangeline. Jennifer, Evangeline. She's playing with toys.